All right.
Tote.
Tote.
Sorry.
I don't know what we're saying.
I'm here.
What are we saying? We're saying tope.
Tote. Kona. Just kidding.
Still didn't know what you were saying until you said corner. Anyway, welcome back to the Hypervision podcast, episode 674. Happy to be back. Happy to have you guys here. I'm wearing my new favorite shirt. I got this from a website that I don't know if it's legit or not. The white t-shirt. The white t-shirt. That's pretty cool. I like it. It's corduroy.
Yeah.
Kind of fits nicely. But we like it. This is not a part of the Hypervision merch, but one day, if you guys buy everything, and Josiah, if you ever get your order in so I can actually get you your shirt, this time it's on you.
If you guys ever want to spend money, come on.
If you guys ever want to spend probably too much money on the merch I made, then eventually we'll get stuff like this one day. Anyway, I don't know what that is. Noah, how are we doing today?
Hey, man, can't complain. Can't complain.
That's what we like to hear.
Is
that a real answer? I just last night edited the our second episode back, and I think in that one you mentioned giving the oh no man, life every day's going great even though my day kind of sucks. So I just I'm gonna push you. Is that a real answer?
Yeah. I mean, I can't complain. I'm very neutral right now. I'm not. I'm not.
I did just break your heart a little bit, I think.
No, I think it's good. I want to be. I don't want to say one thing and then not do it. You know what I mean? So.
Well, no, I'm saying with the pulling all my money out of my betting app and saying I'm done.
Oh, wow.
Now that my free bets are gone and take everything out. I'm sure that's a bit heartbreaking.
It is. It really is because. Yeah, now I won't see any crazy parlays anymore. That
you won't. I went out on a big one. I didn't hit it at all, but I went out on a one where I had to take things out because it said you have too many selections.
Yeah. Anyhow, but no, I think that's a good. No, I mean, I can't complain. I'm good.
Right.
I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm not. Well, that's not a good thing to say, but I'm not I'm not mad or you know what I mean. I'm just, I'm here. Happy to be here.
I mean, that's sometimes that's all you can ask for, I guess.
I got to wake up this morning. That's a victory within itself.
You got to wake up. You got to text me. You got to watch soccer. I mean, come on.
Pretty awesome. Yeah,
can't beat that kind of Wednesday. You could, but So before I get in, I guess I do have to do my normal things. Sponsors.
Yep.
I don't have anything with me actually. That's even. I have the hat for us again, but it doesn't matter. We got merch. Go look at it. It's cool. Do what you want with it. That's not really a sponsor. That's just us. Legacy of Corns. Those guys. Shout out. We're rooting for you. Shank It Golf. We have that affiliate link with them. Use code Hypervision at your checkout. I wore that paint splatter hat the last 2 times I've golfed, and honestly, it was the 2 best golfing days of my life, I think.
Okay.
So
how did we shoot him? How did we shoot him?
Pretty decently. Okay. I'm not going to consider in the grand scheme of things, I'm not good at golf.
Sure.
But I thought I did a decent job for myself.
I mean, did we hit him straight?
I hit a 3-wood 220 yards.
Okay.
With some carry, it bounced and rolled.
Absolutely.
But it wasn't like 220 off the rip, until it landed. No, it was downhill.
Absolutely.
But we hit it 220. It went a little left, but I hit it 220. I can't ask for everything.
I think I'm going to hit the range this weekend and then hopefully get back out here pretty soon. So I'm pretty stoked. I don't want to go back out without hitting the range because I feel like it's just gonna be bad because.
No, you don't want to hit the range. Come on.
See, that's what
I got a new driver right before this tournament I was in for work, and I had never used it before this tournament started. I had the same driver for the last 4 years, And we get out there. I took 3 drives with it on the range, and I was like, I'm not doing anything more. It's gonna get in my head.
Yeah, and that's what people have been telling me, but I don't know, man. I hit
I
the
mean, no. Every professional goes to the range, or like every player that actually plays golf is going to go to the range and hits. It's just the people that aren't good at golf. They're like, no, I don't want to do it. It messes up my swing when your swing's already messed up.
yeah.
So yeah, shout out to them. Their hat gave me magical powers. Not really. I don't know if that's a legal statement. I don't want to get mixed up. And they did not give me magical powers.
Yep.
But coincidence, I played better with the hat on.
Mm-hmm.
So go check them out. They got a lot of stuff. There's Palm, Andrew's marketing company he has. If you have any marketing needs, look up Palm Consulting or let me know and I'll hook you up. He has his Unaware podcast, which just went to season 3 recently. They're uploading every week, I think. Something like that. So also go check that out. It's a big inspiration I have from me wanting to do a podcast. And, he's been on here a few times and whatnot. I live with him. He's on the other side of that wall, not the closet again. I say this every time, but and then Jameson, Opulent Lawns. Shout out to that. So he has agreed to be on soon. So we'll figure out what opulent means in a little bit.
Okay.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say, is he back like for a while or just here?
Technically, yes. He has moved back from Nashville. But all of June he will be in Africa on a mission trip. So that's also another reason I kind of want to get him in now because he will be gone for a full month and I want to get his thoughts before he goes,
He's been
because whenever someone comes back from a mission trip, they have a fully different mindset on things for like a couple of weeks. I want to get Jameson pre-mission trip mind change.
Sure, I wouldn't mind even getting him after the fact too.
Sure, that'd be cool. After 2, yeah.
But interesting. Okay, is it just okay? I guess these are more questions for him, but what else was I gonna ask? Oh yeah, I've seen him just posting more on Instagram, just kind of like I guess you could say inspirational videos. I guess you could say, or just
he's more on the entrepreneur vibe, is what he's going for. I think.
Yes, that's perfect. Yes, that's exactly that. Yeah,
So, I mean, Opulent Lawns isn't even like the thing he's doing fully. Technically, Andrew's currently in there editing photos of. He took form for the businesses, one for Opulent Lawns, and then he did another one. He's got like a second business. I think it's like a lifting, workout, lifestyle, fitness kind of thing that he's doing. So he's got like I think he's got his foot in like 3 areas, which is the lawn, the fitness and lifestyle stuff. And then he's also kind of got it in social media and just like exposure for brand content, which is nice.
Yeah.
He's not just going all into one category. So yeah, that's what he's up to. But he'll talk more about that. Right now he's coming. No, he's not.
That's sick.
No, so technically today's my day, but you said before you started you had some ideas cooking in your head. I would like to pick your brain first.
Nah, about those ideas.
Yeah, well, we got cooking in our brains right
now. I wouldn't. I'll share them. I'll share them later, but not now on air. Why? I got some great.
Well, that's why I want to know. We got great content. We can't forget this. If you at least say them, I at least know they're in somewhere recorded, so I know them for sure.
Well, I haven't
because we forget a lot of ideas. We literally forgot our season 1 finale idea.
That was true. But I have it written down, so it's fine. We can converse later. I'm not going to spill the beans right
now. All right. Well, I guess that's all on me.
Yes, because we're gonna pick your brain today.
You don't want to get in my brain. Let's see. I think this will probably be the first real time I've talked about this. Mostly just to most people, because I've just done my own thing for a bit with it. So as Noah knows, and I didn't allude to it at all in season 2 or anything like that. I had a relationship that I was in for a bit.
Hold on. Okay, we're going here. Okay,
Yes.
we're in it.
It is.
We're
I just
in
need to
it.
speak. That's
Okay,
all.
let's go. All right, Drew. All right, man. I'm gonna let you
Um,
go. I'm gonna let you go, and then we'll converse. Let's go.
the smile isn't. Don't take this for. It's not a fun talk.
I okay, that's fine. I'll let you talk.
So yeah, it was started last summer. Went around to the winter. Um, I think I alluded to conversations I had with this person. I still won't. I'm not gonna. We got confidentiality here. Doesn't
Yep.
hit
No
the mic.
names. No name
Doesn't
dropping.
matter.
No name dropping.
It doesn't add to the. It doesn't take away. Yeah. So I've alluded to conversations I've had with this person. I pretty much usually just said, "Oh, I was talking to this person about this thing," and if it was like not about sports or like someone pooping in a toilet, it was probably about this girl that I was referring to. We are now, let's see, it's May. Was it 4 months since it has ended? Um, it's been rough.
We're on the same page here, right? I know who this is. Like I'm
Yeah,
not.
no,
I'm
it
not.
is. Yeah, yes,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
no, come on, I'm not. You know me.
Well, I don't. It's whatever. Okay. Um.
No, because this is the thing. I really kept this to me a lot.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
I even said it. So we've done so. Just so we're just for me and Noah here, we have recorded 3 episodes by now, right? And then this will be our 4th one. On the second one we recorded that I just edited yesterday, that one was about like my little rant on the whole like male social media viewing stuff like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And in a lot of that, I said like, I keep a lot of things to myself and try to be strong, and I don't speak to people about things. And for the last 4 months, I have done that still.
I sorry I'm cutting you off, but I never pressed you about it. I knew that you were doing this thing. But like personally, like I never pressed you, but man, oh man, was I ever curious sometimes. It's like, how is this really going? And just, my curiosity, man. It's like, I want to help my bro out, but hey, if he doesn't,
Yeah.
my thought process was, and I'll do this with anybody, any one of my friends, is like, um, if they don't want to talk to me about it, I'm not going to press them to, like, I don't want to force them to, to talk about it with me. You know what I mean? If they don't talk about me, fine. It's all good. I think there was some text in there between, you and me, you and Tyler, about some things, but nothing like too extraordinary. But, like really like deep stuff. That's what I was kind of talking about. It's like,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I wanted to go, but obviously I'm not going to press you to go there, you know, during that time. So, um, yeah, that's kind of where I was. But yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do appreciate that side of it, because I like the respect of that. I do enjoy. I like that's what I appreciate, and it's on me for not saying really anything. I don't know if I'd probably never even said anything directly to you guys that was like, hey, this isn't a thing now.
Yeah,
I don't think I
because
did.
like I know like you and talked about it for a couple months, so I assumed that something was off.
Yeah.
But like I said, like I'm not gonna press you and say like, hey, like what's going on, or you know what I mean, like not unless you want to talk about it, stuff like that. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I totally
It
understand.
wasn't like it's not like it ended bad.
Sure,
We haven't spoken since it happened, but that's just for the easier side of it. It makes it easier on me, I think. I don't know.
sure.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I'd never actually, for anyone that I talked to about it, I didn't say it first to anybody. I didn't just go up and say, hey, by the way, this happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, it happened. It was a pretty much clean break, as clean as it can get, I think. Um, and I just went about the rest of my day at that point. Um, a guy at work brought it up to me like the day after, and I was like, "Oh, actually, whoops, hit the desk." I was like, "No, actually, not a thing now." But yeah, and then he asked me like a few questions, and I was just like, oh, it's whatever."
hmm.
And then even Andrew, I think it was just whenever he asked me, I was like, "Oh, you know what? No." actually not a thing. So
Yeah.
that was Mike didn't find out for like a week when he was over. I think he was watching like the Bengals Chiefs AFC Championship game,
Why? Okay.
and he mentioned something about it. I was like, well, no.
Why do I feel like Mike would have the same reaction as like Alex or
He
Josiah
was
would?
so upset.
Like I feel like that would be like him, Josiah, and Alex would be
I
the same. Like they'd be like, we're gonna go, we're gonna go beat you.
No, it was nothing like that.
Okay,
It
okay,
was he was upset the fact that I didn't tell him.
sure,
It's fair.
yeah, I guess,
And I mean, just in the general that it wasn't a thing now because he was a big supporter of it.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I just and part of it is like the moment where I realized I was like, I'm probably just going to bring it up so I can just talk about it at some point, which that's what today is. Like the first 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks after that happened, I genuinely like it wasn't in my mind at all. I didn't think about it. I didn't let myself think about it. There was no thought in my mind. Like I barely touched my phone. I stayed away from anything that could or would be like, hey, that's now it's in my head.
Did you have a gym
There was like
phase?
a solid 2 might have been darker. I don't even know. And I just for 2 solid weeks I did not let myself think about it. And I don't know when the switch came. There was it was, sometime. So it was in like middle of January, sometime early February. I think it was just like not out of my head, not a day where it doesn't just go, oh, that happened. I'm in May and it's just, there's times it's just like, oh, I didn't like, it's not like I'm sitting there staring at a wall. Like, I have my moments of
Sure.
not thinking about it and not having it a part of my day and not having it and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what I do want to say here. I just, yeah, I haven't spoken to anybody about this at all, really. People have asked me some questions of like, not even like, why did it happen, but just like, oh, how are you doing? I'm just like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I
Well, are you
am,
fine?
like,
Come on, man. Come on,
it's a
man.
difficult thing to answer, and
Yeah,
I
and
don't
and
know.
you know, I
It's
mean, you know me. It's like I've never been in that situation, so like I don't know really how you would feel, honestly. Like all I can do from my perspective is like, hey, I guess talk about it or keep. I wouldn't say keep your mind off it. I don't think that's a good idea.
no,
Um,
it wasn't. That was a terrible thing I did
yeah,
for
yeah,
two
yeah,
weeks.
but just be there. Really is what it was really all I can do because I have no idea what that what that looks like. But um, so you're saying that what 2 week period after it happened, you were kind of just like you would say your mental health was pretty low, or
Yeah,
yeah, which is fair. I
and
mean, I think
I
that's
don't
just a natural
know.
reaction, right? I mean, it's just a
Yeah,
natural
and
reaction.
I hate saying this because I wouldn't want that person to somehow hear this and think that moment just shot me down. It was just it's a relationship. It happens. It does happen. I understand it. Things don't work out. Those happen. Um, it's just I had a lot invested in that, and then now it's not a thing. It's circle of life. One day, give me time. I'm sure I will be sitting here on this podcast down the line somewhere. Who knows? Who cares? And and it won't even hopefully be a thought in my head because that situation will be resolved for me. Uh, it's just figuring out how I resolve that or what that even means. So
Do you want to get into it, or you want to keep like stuff after the fact, or how do you want to go? Because I'm curious. Like, I mean, you said like what you haven't talked to her or seen her since.
yeah, not both.
I
Uh,
mean, personally, I never.
it does it crosses my mind quite often to at least just reach
I
out
mean, what?
and say something, but I don't even know what that would be or what
Sure.
way to, or just
did I'm trying to tread lightly here. Um,
You say everything you want.
what I can't believe we're having this conversation. Truly, I really can't. Um, who did what? Did was it
It,
was it
it was
was it
mostly started. It was
mutual?
started with her. I mean, it was as good as it was as mutual as you can maybe say it was. I didn't initiate it or anything, um, but I could see it was coming and it was happening. For a little bit. So I eventually just went around and had the conversation, and then it you know then stemmed to the split.
Sure, sure. Um, hmm, interesting. So, whenever you're in that, I think this is interesting. Like again, I haven't been through any of this, so whenever you're in that moment, I don't want you to I don't want you to, well, I'm gonna have you recollect, but it's tough to, I guess, go back to the, how do we call it, either the honeymoon phase or um, the times where it was happy, let's just say. Like, what is your state of mind in that to, um, after the fact? Like, I don't know if that made any sense, but um,
So like how like if when it comes into my head, how do I think about it? Is what you're saying?
yes. So like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so intrigued by like how it goes well, let's just say in the start, and then just
Mhm.
done. You know what I mean? Where it's like you have those times where it's like, where everything's nice, everything's awesome. We're all good. I don't know. And like I said, I can't speak from experience, so I'm not like I'm not a guru or anything. I'm more so just curious, I guess, than anything.
Yeah. I
Uh,
I wish I had an answer for that. Why don't things work out when you want them to?
I
I don't. I will preface from the beginning of it. It was stated that that person might not have been interested in a long term relationship, uh, but they were willing to give it a shot. And
fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm stubborn, I think, but that has nothing to do with I had my there was the attraction, there was the connection, there was the personality of everything, and it eventually just gets there, and yeah,
Sure.
and then you're locked in
Sure.
personally. Uh, so that's mostly what it comes down to for this one, is that it was just the commitment wasn't there. Um, so it was probably 7-8 months, and it's a very, I know for this person it was a hopefully maybe probably a very tough thing to have to do after that long of
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
that's your person.
Yep.
um I have broken up with somebody before. I hate it. It was probably one of the worst experiences of my life. It's the worst thing. There's genuinely, like when I said it was as clean as it can get, and it was a fine. There is no good way to do a breakup.
Yeah.
There is not one good way. If you can find it, good Lord, tell everybody. Uh, but yeah, it sucks. I don't envy anyone that ever has had to do that. Um, but I have to have some sort of respect for that person being able to say,
Absolutely.
I am not in a place where I see this, and
Absolutely.
I think, and I, it's not good for me. It's not good for them to keep going down that path.
Yep.
So
Yeah. I mean, that's.
that was
I,
good
I,
there.
I feel like that's a fine way to. I feel like, um obviously you're not happy about it, let's say, but like as long as you can come to a mutual agreement, it's like, all right, like you can, like, at least you can understand why it
Yeah,
happened. Obviously you're not necessarily happy about it, but it's not like, I
yeah.
wouldn't
It's
say
not.
I wouldn't
It was not the outcome I had picked, because
Correct.
obviously I wouldn't have pursued this if that was my outcome that I
Yes.
wanted.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Exactly.
Um,
Obviously.
and it's not to say that that was the outcome they wanted. They gave it a shot. They
Yes.
wanted a different outcome, but
Absolutely.
it didn't happen.
Absolutely.
And that's where it comes back to that. I wish I could give you an answer on why things don't work out. But you know, if everything worked out, then we wouldn't be where we are today, right?
Yeah.
We would.
Like.
I would. I would have broken all of Messi's records by now, like before Holland does. So,
Um.
you know,
So I.
things
So I.
happen.
So I. So I. So I think what's. Do you think this? Um. I wouldn't say makes you a better person, but I think it can be used as like a lesson, I guess, to a point. I'm not trying to berate the woman. It's not like it's not her fault. It's at all. I'm not trying to do that. I feel like this ended, probably I would say the best it could have been ending wise. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own opinion, but yeah. But maybe like how do you go from here? How do you use um, this period, let's say, of time to like learn more about yourself, maybe, or more about dating in general, things like that.
I will say, proud of myself. No dating apps. 4 months, no dating apps.
There we go.
Um, I
There
don't
we
even like
go.
them in the first place. I think they're dumb. It's personally for me.
Never had them.
I am not a guy
Never
that
had them.
can. Like, it's just not my thing.
Actually,
It doesn't
was
work for me.
was one of my subtopics of my list. So stay
Yeah.
tuned.
It's not my thing. It doesn't work for me. I can't function my brain that way. It's not how I work. I don't like them. It works for some people, I know, for sure, but not me. That's just me. That's one thing. I just wanted to throw that
Sure.
out there. This is the thing. Like, it it was I had a good connection with this person. I think there was a lot of conversations and deep talks where I said a lot of things that I think could be like very, very deep podcast episodes. Like how I said, so that I alluded to this in the second episode that you guys will hear from this new start. I said I think it's much easier to open up to a woman than it is to a guy. That's personally me. It for me it is. There was I opened up a lot. I said things. I talked about things, and
You did like in this particular setting. You did.
yeah,
Okay.
a lot of things. We talk about a lot of things all the time. Um, like text wise,
Do you
books on books on books on books,
And do you
practically.
feel weird because of that now, or is it like how do you feel? Like, what is that like?
It's not weird, I guess. Like it's there's a level of respect there for that, and
Sure.
there's a lot that I think I learned from that. I think that uh, every once in a while, I think a guy does need a girl in their life to just kind of whip him into shape a little bit. Finally, because I have that whole freaking list of things of like I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Sometimes I don't have the motivation, and maybe it's misplaced to have that, and a girl you may meet, but like the way I look at it is I go into relationships looking for the future. I don't just do it because, oh, hey, this person thinks I'm cool. Yeah, I'll test it out.
Yes, yes.
I go for the long term.
I think
So
I think that's
yeah.
a good that's a good topic too. I think that we should elaborate on, honestly, because
Yeah.
I certainly agree. I certainly agree. I would love to argue. Well, let's say I would love to argue with someone about it, but like I would love to get someone else's perspective on why they wouldn't do that. I think this. I've always said it, man. You've heard me say it. This generation sucks. Like it just sucks, man. Like and this is part of it too. Like that, like the way that we operate, going about dating is crazy to me. So go ahead. Sorry, I had to get that
Uh,
off my chest.
no, it's fine. It's I don't think it's a weird thing. It's because it's a lot of the things that I'm taking out of that relationship are things that I have wanted in my life, like of how I act, how I speak, how I do things,
Mm,
how I live.
mhm.
Because like, it's more of a thing of just like, well, there's no reason to be scared to do things. Like, I don't like genuinely today, because I texted you like a week ago and I was like, hey, podcast this day, I might get deep, because that was when it hit me and I was like, I'm just gonna talk about it, I think. And I can't tell you how many times today I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna bring it up.
Yeah, wait, what gave you the courage to do it today, man? What gave
Sponsored by this today. Um,
okay, here we go.
no, that's bad to say. I would have done it. It's just makes it easier. Uh,
A little liquid courage, we like to say.
I don't know if it's courage. It's just,
Uh,
yeah. I don't know. There's no. It's less of a. I don't want to be scared to do the things that I want to do in my life, like of how people perceive or how people might think of me when I say these things. Of like, because I give off a persona. I don't know. You can think when I say that out loud and you guys hear that, you can think what that might be in your own head. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I don't care. Um, and me coming on a podcast and saying for like this many months and this has happened, it's been a fucking mess. And it sucks. It happens, but it's fine. I'll get over it eventually. And you know, I don't need to care about what Billy Bob Joe thinks when he listens to this and he goes, wimp. Yeah, sure. I don't care. Call me a wimp. I do whatever you want. I don't care. It's my feelings. It happens. I was invested and it's gone. Am I not supposed to? It would be bad if I wasn't upset, I think.
yeah,
If I didn't have that range of emotion, I think it would be a bad thing. There would have been no point in me being in a relationship in the first place. Um, like I've talked about it sometimes. Like I've tried to read more. Like when I edit podcasts, I try to read. Now a little bit, not like I'm not sitting here reading War and Peace or anything like that, but like just whatever it is, I'm trying to do more things because as much as I make fun of it, as much as it's low hanging fruit to make fun of, oh, you read, you're such a nerd. It's I personally think it's a very valuable thing. It has lots of things that can teach you things, lots of things that can open your mindset a little bit. It's great. Um, just being more open, talking about things. Hopefully, this is a little foot in the door for me to, stop being such an idiot and like ignoring the fact that like I should have talked about this at some point over the last 4 months, but I didn't say a damn word. And whenever someone asked me about it, I avoided it. But we'll see. Time will tell. Yeah, I don't know. I've attempted over the last couple weeks to maybe 3 weeks, maybe just like find ways, get my mind off of it again. Eventually move on, whatever that looks like or is, to just not have it be a thing to me where it's weighing on me or I'm like that happened.
yeah,
It's mostly just been Xbox and playing soccer. I don't know if you've noticed, but I get any moment I've gotten when it's not like pissing down rain, I'm like, yeah, actually I'm gonna go play soccer. I've probably gone 5-6 times in the last 2 weeks. As a 24-year-old that's retired and doesn't play anymore, I still go out and just because that's to me it's very mind clearing therapeutic thing for me to just be out there playing what I enjoy.
sure.
Um, Xbox has been fun. I get time with the guys to just say whatever, do whatever, screw around on FIFA or Destiny or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but yeah, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, man. This is a big surprise. Big surprise.
random ass people listen to this podcast get an insider scoop before most people do.
Hey, what a pleasure we have, What a pleasure we
Yeah.
have here. Um, hmm, interesting. yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I think I'm just happy that I'm just, happy enough that you wanted to, talk about it because, like I said, I assumed that something was going on, but like I said, I never pressed you.
Nothing's going on.
I assumed that, and I never pressed you about it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
man, just happy you were able to open up. I hope it helped you, and hope it hope it helps others too.
Yeah, I mean that's what I said in one of the last couple ones is I wish people would talk about things more. And little did everybody else know I was being a fucking
Hypocrite.
hypocrite about all of that. But um, here I am 2 episodes later, opening up about the thing that I just hated to even think about. But it happens. It helps. I think. I don't know. It feels good to just at least speak this out loud. No, at least if nobody else listens to this, I know one person heard it because Noah's here. So at least one person has heard this. There's a chance the guy behind, not in the closet, on the other side of that wall, has heard part of this. I don't know. We'll see when we eat dinner later. But um, yeah, I wish for everybody that if it's on your mind, if it's on your mind, on your chest, on your heart, on your butt, I don't care what it is, just fucking say it. I've said the F word 3 times on this.
It's fine, man. Just get it out there.
It's needed. That's how necessary it is, I think. Just talk about it. Say it. Go post it somewhere. I think you need it. I genuinely, at one point now, how we talked about social media stuff and all that.
Hmm.
Last week, it hit me. I was like, I genuinely might delete TikTok. I just, it's sometimes, I wanted to be fully off of social media for good. And it is just a place, man. It has its great moments. It does, spinning the wheel, stuff
Yep.
like that.
Hmm.
It has its great places. Some of my favorite moments or people that I care about are from social media, like that I take inspiration from and all that. But there's a side to it that just sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I'm just happy you didn't go that far. I mean, this like it didn't ruin your life, so that's good. You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
Like there's
it
some, you know what I
wouldn't.
mean? Like there's some relationships where like it ends like terribly. It's like, oh, we hate this person, or like we like,
Yeah.
we're gonna delete everything, full on cleanse. We're eating healthy. We're going to the gym.
Was the thing. Like those are things I wanted to do in my life, and that person helped push me more towards those things. And besides the fact that I've been talking about whatever, um, you know, it's just I want to be able to do it for myself is the issue now.
Yeah, yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't
You don't
want
want
to
it to.
do it because
Yeah.
I was doing it for them in that relationship
Yep.
at that point, or whether I want to do it for me, or whether or not I'm doing it because if they see me doing all these things and improving, they're like, oh, hold on a minute, maybe I don't know, because maybe they were.
Do you
It's just
question?
I want to be able to do it for myself, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no, absolutely. I totally agree. I totally agree. Um, I feel like, yeah, you feel more like accomplished that way, so to speak, too. Um,
Yeah,
question for you: do you think you will ever talk to this person again?
yeah, I think I will. Um, I probably have to at some point.
Yeah,
Um,
I was thinking that, but okay, let me ask
yeah,
you this: do you think you ever talk about um this again with her?
I would I would like to. I think at some
Okay,
point I would like to,
all right, fair enough.
but when that will be, if I will have the balls to do it, who knows? Yeah, no, I would hope at some point I talk to this person again.
But you would want to do it is kind of what I was. Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yep,
that's fair.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I would too. I would too. Just maybe I wouldn't say necessarily closure, but I feel like it's so much. At least for me, like if I was in this scenario, like would want 110% to speak to this person face to face. I would love it. Like I that's just not even like maybe not even for this scenario in general, but just like talking to someone in general. Just I love face to face. I need to see interactions, like your reactions to what I'm actually saying rather than text. So
No, I agree. I think a face to face conversation is it's as good as it can get.
yeah, so interesting, man. Very very interesting. Well, I got surprised today.
Yeah, I did not warn him, by the way. I just, like a week and a half ago, I was like, yeah, we'll record on, sometimes we can, how deep can I get? I got an idea. That was all I said.
Wow, wow. All right.
It probably would have been smarter to tell him. That way I would have had less of an inclination to back out of it.
No, this is well.
But I think
This
I
is
wanted
good.
it to be more on my own that I finally just said it.
Yeah,
You know?
sure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll just,
Yeah.
to, I don't need to say any more on it. Besides, breakups suck. Eventually you'll get over it. It happens every time. You think about every single time you've been heartbroken in your life or whatever. You didn't think you were going to go through it. It's always on your mind. It
Yeah,
sucks.
and like I said, that's not your intention going into the relationship. You know what I mean? Like that's like
Right.
that's not.
Hopefully.
It,
But the thing is, if that was, you're probably not in this state.
yeah, yeah,
You're probably not in the scenario where a few months on, you're like, man. You're a few months on, and you're probably like, all right, who's next?
yeah. Which
Then,
is just that's
again, we
just a
can
whole
spark
nother.
Noah's, this generation.
That's a whole other conversation. That right there, that sentence, like what's next? Oh, that absolutely gets me going, bro. It gets me fired up. It takes me. What's next? Like who's next? Ah, dude, we could make a whole episode about dude. That'd be nope. Don't even get me started.
Yeah.
Terrible. I'm happy that we can at least agree on that. Drew isn't dating around, bro. He has one thing on his mind. Well,
D1, baby.
D1 baby said it. In my mind. Yeah, man, that's all I got. I'm happy to kind of pick your brain a bit and kind of see where you're at. Obviously, it seems like you're still kind of going through it, but we're gonna get you out, man. We're gonna get you out.
It's a process. It's all a process.
It is. It is. And, you're gonna be all right. We're gonna have some fun, and yeah. And you know me. If you ever want to talk about it more, just let me know. I'm always here, man.
Noah's always here.
Well,
Keep that in
like
mind.
I said,
Noah, man.
I might not be able to give you real life analysis because I've never gone through that situation. But hey, you just want to talk and talk to a person rather than a wall, then yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
So I got you, man.
Well, hey, I said it, so I can get off my own back now.
Because I guarantee you, I am talking to Drew whenever I get into my first one. That's sad to say.
If someone doesn't log you down the moment they see you, I will beat the.
That was sad to say. Okay, on to the next one, guys.
What if is it? How is it sad to say if someone
No,
doesn't lock you
no,
down the
me.
moment?
Whenever I said, I was like,
Oh,
I've
okay,
never been.
okay,
Not
yeah.
that sad to say, but hey, man, we're hey, we've attempted. Don't
They're just not good enough for you. That's all it is.
we've attempted and have gotten.
You know how perfect that woman has to be able to get to you, Noah. I mean,
Stop.
you want me to go on I can go. I can hit. I can make this I can make this hit an hour.
Stop ego. Stop ego me, dude.
Who were you talking to? I'm the king of that. That might be the most egotistical thing I've said in my life. Just then. You want me to not use my ego? I've just shit on my own self for 35 minutes. You don't want...
No, I mean,
Don't
like,
talk down on yourself.
don't gaslight me, man. Like, what do we?
I do gaslight you quite often. This is different.
I don't know, man. We'll see. One of these days, we'll come on here and we'll be like, dude, Noah, what did you do? And be like, yeah.
I hope that's the entirety of the episode. No, what'd you do? Yeah.
You know
All
me.
right. We'll see you next week.
You know me. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I don't know, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. This is gonna be
It's
good.
going to be. It'll. Look, if I came off bad here,
I don't
I'm
think you
okay.
did. I don't think you did. I mean, like you said, it's not we don't hate the person. Like it's not. There's no hard feelings. Like hey, if it's gonna happen, it happened. It's like whatever. Um,
Yeah.
we're not gonna we're not gonna sick Alex and Josiah on her. You know what I mean, man? Like we're not gonna go that far.
Yeah, I've already called off the troops multiple times, I
Yeah,
think.
man. Hey, but just know if that ever happens, man, we
Different
got some
scenario.
we got some
No.
some dogs. Oh my gosh. Absolutely berating.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, man. That'll be a story for another day. So,
Yeah.
all right, that's all I got, man. That's whatever you want to end it off with. Little closing thoughts, whatever you.
Talk to people. Talk about your
Yeah,
feelings.
man.
Talk about your life.
I think
Please talk about your life. I don't
that's
care who it goes to. Just talk about it. I don't. It does. You don't have to have a significant other to talk
yes,
about it with. Just
I agree.
anybody. There's people out there, whether it's your friend or professional. I don't care.
Yep, I
Do it.
definitely agree. Definitely agree.
Do it.
Do the roar. No, I definitely agree. I think that's a great moral of the story here is just just talk to people.
Don't be like me. All right. That's the moral of the story.
Well,
If you
no, I
still listen to
mean,
this
what do you
podcast, you
mean?
listen to every episode, don't be like me. Don't
We're
bottle up your
we're
feelings for
getting
months on months on months.
we're getting better. I mean, look at us, dude. We're getting better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't be better than me.
Yeah, but I'd argue like we're getting better. So like
Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, look, I'm not. I'm just trying to say. I see how I do things. I don't. It's not the best. I understand that. Do better than I did.
right,
Don't take 3 weeks to go. Oh, you know what? That did happen. That was a thing that happened in my life. That was. I shouldn't have ignored it for that long. Because then that was 3 straight weeks of prolonging months on months on months of things that happened in my life. Of just now it's here. And I don't know what the best way to deal with that kind of stuff is, but
I don't even know if there's a best
talk
way,
to
honestly.
somebody.
I'm
I mean, there's a best way. I don't know if that means it goes into the tier from terrible, crappy, bad to good, but there is a best way. Something ranks above something at some point,
sure.
but who knows if there's a good way. The good way is just play more Xbox with your friends and
Well,
ignore the rest of your responsibilities in your life.
well, hold on. That's not. That's
Um,
not. I think talking to people is where I think you want to go.
yeah, in some weird way, you take the time that you have now to fully focus on the things you want to do in your life. It might suck that it takes a relationship ending to finally be like, you know what, I guess I should take this time to focus on myself. And maybe that's another way I have to reflect on how I view relationships is that I maybe still give more time to myself than I do the other person for once. but it's for a later date. I don't know. I think it's important that you don't lose yourself when you get into a relationship. And I'm not saying I did at all, but I probably, even it's not like I was with that person 24/7 every single day of that relationship. I had time to myself, and I still didn't take that time to work on myself. And now it's more of like I think I should have.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that person would be here still or stay around for just because I did more for myself then, but it's just because I want to make it clear, like, I said earlier, I should be wanting to do it for me always. When there's a person in my life, yes, that's great. Do things for them, be better for them, because that is what I'm going for, is to be with that person long term, long haul. But at the end of the day, it is you, it is your life. You live your life. You are your person. You got to do something for yourself at some point.
Yeah. There you go.
That's all I got.
Peas and chicken.
Other than that, I could just, it's whatever. Peas and chicken grease. I think I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm good too, man. No, this is awesome. This is awesome. I think I'm happy it happened. I hope you're happy it happened. I think it was good. I think it was good. So
Yeah.
that's about all I got. So got some good things here on the horizon.
Noah's got a whole list of topics apparently, so
Well,
we're
we
good
got
to go,
we
baby.
got some cooking. I probably have two good ones that I'm pretty confident about.
Okay.
One of which might not might have to kind of tread around it. Might have to we'll see what we can do with it. Um, and then yeah, hopefully we can have Jameson on here, and should be some good conversation there. And yeah, so
Yeah, maybe some guests coming soon. We'll see. I just
indeed.
threw something. Yeah, I think. Hopefully this doesn't. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe.
Peace and chicken grease.
And there it is. Peace and chicken grease.